Good evening, friends. Happy Halloween. A day early. I'm not dressed up. I'm wearing my Rip Wheeler without the hat. Any of you watch Yellowstone? Anyhow, I'm Tyler Grant. Thanks for being here. Monday night Playalong Bluegrass Jam, live on location in Denver. I'm at the house of my friend Colleen Murphy. Thank you so much, Colleen, for letting me host the jam tonight. So I'm going to do a quick check on the live streams and we'll get to it. Little Cabin Home on the Hill is our opener. It's as good a bluegrass song as has ever been written. And this was sort of like our pet song during the beginning of this. Sorry, let me mute this. This was one of our pet songs early on in this process of the Play-Along Jams, and I was doing Saturday workshops during the pandemic as well. So I'm seeing my settings must be set to the wide angle. On the mid-tempo jam, I'll reset it to linear. Don't mean to be inefficient here for you. But anyway, okay, Facebook's working. And yeah, Little Cabin Home on the Hill. It's just been a while since we've done the song, and it's such a good song. It was kind of overplayed for a while, and then I gave it a break for a while, and now we're coming back to it. And I am just killing time while I'm checking the live streams. Okay, great. We're up and running. So again, the process here, for those of you who are new, is that I'm just going to give you a brief run through of the song. And it's more of just like a jam setting, what would happen at a jam setting, or a led jam, or an instructor-led jam at a bluegrass camp, for instance, where we'll give you a quick coaching through the song, and I'll kind of sing the melody and show you the chord changes. Then I'll demonstrate how I might kick it off, but then you have the opportunity to kick it off while I'm backing you up, and then we play back and forth. So I'm providing you a solid rhythm, and I have a metronome in the back, and the metronome is always on the backbeat. And what that means is that it's where the mandolin chop would be, or where your strum would be on the boom strum. Boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick. I like the metronome to be on the chick. So I count a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the ands. And that's just a little bit more fun for me to play with than having the metronome on the downbeat. It makes you responsible for the downbeat yourself, and it helps you to give the music a little bit more of a swing. So that's where I have the metronome. So for most of you, you know the drill here. Those of you who are new, the only other thing I have to explain is that I always use the number system. So I'm going to say 1, 4, 5 in the key of G instead of G, C, and D. If you don't know the number system, hit me up in a message and I will give you some resources to explain it. But it's pretty simple. Key of G, G is 1, and then 4 is G, A, B, C is the 4, and D is the 5. It's just alphabetical order of the notes of the major scale and the chords that relate to them. Okay. So Little Cabin Home on the Hill goes like this. And I'll go ahead and have the click on. In the key of G. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. And a 1 and a 5, back to 1. Chorus. 4, 4 and 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4, back to 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. Okay, so that's the song, and if I'm kicking it off, I'm going to play some version of the melody that might sound something like this. And this is how I'll count you in as well. I'll count myself in to demonstrate so you hear how the count off goes. It'll go a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's how I might kick the song off. It's uncommon to hear guitar kickoffs in a traditional bluegrass band. Mostly you would hear the fiddle or the mandolin or the banjo kick a song off like this. But if I'm here playing the guitar and there's no banjo around, I'm going to kick it off. So whatever instrument you're holding, go ahead, take a big breath, get yourself ready, and kick us off on Little Cabin Home on the Hill. And I hope you're singing along too. Key of G, here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. All I can do now is sit alone and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. Here comes the chorus. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. I'll take the first break. As you are, for in my heart there's a longing for you still. I'll just keep it there so I won't be alone in our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Okay, we're up and running. So, again, some of the cues. This little dip of the headstock means we're going to end the song. And if I had done that, that would mean we'll tag it. And if you're at a bluegrass jam, this is the same, the tag, but you'll see a foot kick to end the song. And you'll see people do this on stage too. It's kind of a reflex action for bluegrass players. So there you go. Moving on, we've got Crying My Heart Out Over You. This is a good old lonesome, lonesome bluegrass song from Flat and Scruggs. And Ricky Skaggs actually had a hit with this in the 80s. Skaggs mined the catalogs of lots of the bluegrass, first generation groups and early country bands and brought all that stuff back into the mainstream in the 1980s. And we can thank Ricky Skaggs for turning many people on to this kind of music during what they called the neo-traditionalist movement in Nashville. Skaggs and Emmylou Harris and artists like that. All right, so I'm going to back down the tempo a little bit. This is the slow jam, of course. We'll have the mid-tempo jam after this, and then the fast jam. So stick around through all three sets if you really want to make the most of it with me. So this song is all just a 1 chord and a 5 chord. Actually, I take that back. There is a 4 chord. But it's the same form on the verses and the choruses, and it goes 1 and a 1 and a 5, 5 and a 5, back to 1. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5, back to 1. So that's the form, and my kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. So let's see. Crying my heart out over you. I missed the end of that kickoff. I wasn't getting the melody note right. So let me demonstrate that kickoff one more time. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. I don't play this song very often, so I was feeling it out there. All right, kick us off here on Crying My Heart Over You. Crying My Heart Out Over You, the key of G. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now somewhere the music's playing soft and low, and a stranger holds the one Each night I climb the stairs into my room. It seems I hear you whisper in the gloom. I missed your picture on the wall and your footsteps in the hall, while I'm crying my heart out over you. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Those blue eyes now, they smile for someone new. Ever since you went away, I die a little more each day, for I'm crying my heart out over you. Play. Alright, here's one more chorus. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Those blue eyes now, they smile for someone new. Ever since you went away, I die a little more each day, for I'm crying my heart out over you. Lonesome. The first time I heard that was on one of those Grand Ole Opry shows that are on video. A bunch of them are on YouTube. Flat and Scruggs. And Curly Seckler would come in and sing the harmony. And they opened the show with it on this one date that I was watching. And 50s or 60s. And Earl jumps in to sing the baritone. And it surprised Lester and Curly, because he didn't usually sing baritone on this song, but on that one, live on TV, he decided to jump in there and sing baritone. If he wasn't singing baritone, you'd hear this crying my heart out. All that banjo backup, right? Well, I hope you were singing along, and let's see how everyone's doing. All right, YouTube land. Hello, Sandy in Bakersfield, always at the top of the list. Thanks for being here, Sandy. Feeling better. Improving on your banjo picking. Very good. Hello, Ava in Arcata playing guitar. Dickie Derry from Crystal Lake, Illinois. I'm sorry, I'm only looking at your handles here. I don't know some of your first names, but Dickie Derry is a regular. Dodger Martin, who that is your real name, as I understand. Nice to see you again. Hello, Carl Malley in Cedar Rapids, playing the Martin guitar. SCFB holding down the bass in Flagler Beach, Florida. Very cool. Then moving on to mando and guitar. Nice. Getting all the instruments in there. Birdsell. A little bit of guitar in Southeast Michigan. Mountain Jewels. Loving this from Truckee, California. Very cool. Take your jamming to the next level. All right. Nice to see you all on YouTube. Here on Facebook land, Daniel McPartland from Richmond, Virginia. Often at the top of the list. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Deb Pavick in San Carlos, Mexico. All right, well, you're soaking up the sun for those of us freezing in Colorado. And Ginger Wall says, sweet cross picking. Cool. And David Holtkamp in New Mexico. Hello, David. This thing's flashing all around as people are chiming in. And hello, Marilyn Schnibby in Cochiti Lake, New Mexico. Yeah, it's cold across the Southwest this week. And hello, Terry Weller Godwin. Trying, okay. Trying to play mandolin. I think you play mandolin, right? Hello, Rob Haas in Delaware, picking along. Leonard Greco in Oregon. Great. Thanks for being here. Terry says she's faking the mandolin. Okay, well, fake it till you make it, right? And hello, live music. Good day from Oz. All right. down in the southern hemisphere where it is spring, right? All right. So, nice to see everybody. Thanks for chiming in. And hello, Barry Driscoll. Hello, Blake Addison. Lithia Springs, Georgia. Brian J. live in Minnesota. Okay, wonderful. A lot of our regulars and lots of folks playing along. I love to see that. I Am a Pilgrim. I really don't know if we've done this on the jam, but I love this song and I play it often. So this is our little gospel song here for the first set. And this is a good... This would be a slow version of I Am a Pilgrim. It's not a fast number anyway. It's a bouncy kind of slow mid-tempo song, which many perform as an instrumental. It's become kind of a guitar feature since Doc Watson and Clarence White, kind of put this on the map for guitar players. But anyhow, it's in the key of G. I'm going to sing it, but we'll get lots of opportunities to play, of course. It's in the key of G, but it starts in the 5 chords. So when we count it in, it'll go 1, 2, 3, and a 5 chord back to the 1, then the 4, then back to 1, and a 1 to the 4. Kickoff will go. Right back to the 5 chord at the top of every form. Okay, so we might get a couple breaks on this because it is a real instrumental feature, and there's a few verses. I might just sing a couple of them. Let's see how it goes. All right. So kick us off here on I Am a Pilgrim in the key of G, coming right in on that 5 chord. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. bathe my weary soul. If I can but touch the hem of his garment, good Lord, I believe it will make me whole, me then you. Pilgrim, Lordy, I'm a stranger, traveling through this wearisome land. I've got a home built in that yonder city, good Lord, and it's not, oh Lord, it's not made by hand. I've got a home fun. So a great song for the slow jam because you can keep it simple or you can get really, really out there and intricate with it. You can really go for it. You were witnessing me going for some of that Clarence White stuff. You do a lot of like fast bluesy stuff within that form. And the challenge there is getting that stuff to land without, rushing the tempo or playing anything like too ridiculous, right? All right, I'm doing the hair flip tonight. I'm due for a haircut. Yeah, I know it. You see it. You probably. I hope I'm not distracting you. All right, moving right along. That was really fun. Bury Me Beneath the Willow. This was a request. I believe Lehman Arthur requested this. Lehman, who works with me on Artist Works and who's doing great moving through the curriculum. And this is a song that is in my Artist Works curriculum. And of course I apply melody strum and cross picking to this one. Being that it's one of those standard Carter family numbers that works really well for that kind of thing. And this is often one of the melodies that I show people to introduce some of these concepts. And I realized I didn't close this door all the way, so bear with me a moment. There we go. Colleen does really nice artwork. As you can see, this guitar is painted beautifully. And she has a page for that. And I will look that up and share it here. Colleen, if you are watching, go ahead and chime in. But anyhow, Bury Me 'Neath the Willow goes something like this. In the key of E, so I'm capoed 4, of course. Yeah, Nina, this is my, Nina asks G, A, B, or C. So this is E because it's my singing key. So we're in E today. Sorry about that, Nina. But anyhow, here we go. It goes 1 and 1 and a 4 and 4, 1 and 1 and a 5, 1 and 1 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 5 and a 1. So there you go. And I enjoy doing this out of C position because that's where these cross-picking and melody strum tricks work really well on the guitar. So let's find a tempo. And let's see where this is. Pretty good. Okay, so my kickoff, if I was doing either one of those techniques or kind of blending them, let's see how it goes. Would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, go ahead and kick us off on Bury Me 'Neath the Willow in the key of E. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's the first verse. So another thing of note tonight, I'm playing on a different kind of pick. This is a tone slab pick. I got Dave over at Tone Slabs to send me some samples, and I'm very much enjoying them. I typically play on my blue chip, and this one that I found from the Tone Slabs out of their catalog is the one that's closest in thickness and size to the blue chip that I usually play, which is a TAD or a TAD 45. This is a tweener 1.2 millimeter tone slab, and I really like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting used to it. Dave just sent me another one. I grabbed it in the mail on my way over here, and I haven't even opened it yet. That has a different kind of bevel. He says a little bit of a sharper bevel. This has a little bit of a rounder bevel, which I took note of in my initial assessment. But I'm very much liking it, and it's similar to the blue chip, and I'm just spending a little bit of a time with it here this week. But I wanted to give a shout out to Tone Slabs because they definitely make a very, very nice pick, and you know, whether or not I'm going to go with this full time versus the blue chip, I'm not sure yet, but I'm experimenting with it and giving it a solid chance because it is a wonderful sounding pick and a little bit different. It's a little bit of a different style of material. The reason I use these type of picks is because they sound really good for this style of guitar, which traditionally, you know, players like Tony Rice would use a tortoiseshell. And you know, when I got really serious about flat picking, I said, well, I better get some tortoiseshell. So I got a couple tortoiseshell picks, and sure enough, it's a great material, you know, great organic material for playing and getting these tones. But as soon as blue chip came on the market, I jumped on them because I realized that I had to get away from playing on tortoiseshell. And I would encourage all of you out there to kind of spread this philosophy that even if you're getting tortoiseshell samples from antiques, and I know I know friends and people out there who sell them and have proof that they got it from an antique. As long as people are playing on tortoiseshell picks, there's going to be a demand for tortoiseshell, and they're going to be killing those endangered hawkbill sea tortoises. And there are shipments that get busted by customs regularly of these endangered species, which can live to be over 200 years old, getting killed for their shells. So long ago, I just made a pact that I'm not going to use tortoise anymore. And these are the best. The blue chip, up until I discovered the tone slab, was just kind of the no-brainer, the best alternative. And now I'm checking out the tone slabs. Anyway, blue chip, tone slab, check those out. If you're playing on a tortoise, don't throw it away, but just, you know, put it away and do not perpetuate the use of tortoiseshell picks, please. Okay, that's my sermon for the day. Moving right along, we got Keep on the Sunny Side. And, you know, it's not typically a song that comes up on jams, but it's a good song to know. And I'm going to show you how to play it if you haven't played it before. And this is how I would approach it in a jam situation. So in the key of E, the verse goes, and the verse is what we're going to be picking on and doing all the instrumental bits on. So pay attention to the verse. And a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1. So let's just focus on the verse for a minute, just to get that melody in your head and get you going on how you would approach it. I'd approach it in the same style as Bury Me Beneath the Willow. It's another one that comes from the Carter family. And, you know, most of us grew up hearing Mother Maybelle doing her Carter scratch and her great version of the melody strum. So I would start with the melody strum version, which goes... cross pick it. There's lots of ways to approach this. So that would be my melody strum version of it. But just whatever you're playing, just get the melody in there. If you're playing violin, if you're playing mandolin, no matter what the instrument, I don't mean to make this guitar centric. And if you are playing guitar, however, you know, all your little like C runs and stuff, you can go that kind of thing. But Mother Maybelle would do this one. So I hope you try that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to remember to do it on my break because it's a really neat C run. 5, 4, 3 of the C scale, right? She's landing on the third, which is the low third. So keep on the sunny side of life. So it's a good Mother Maybelle style guitar trick. And you can do that on other instruments also. Okay, here's the chorus. Keep on the sunny side, 4 and a 4 and 1, 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 4 and 4 and 1 and a 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. Okay? And I'm going to play it straight. The Carter family would skip a beat every now and then going into the chorus. I'm just going to square it off and play it in straight up 4/4. And there I go, opening a program on accident in my haste. Guitar Pro, I'm going to close that. All right, here we go. Come on. Okay, back to my metronome. And I'm gonna, we're gotta get the tempo up a little bit. We're gonna keep it nice and slow, but here we go and keep on the sunny side, and you're gonna kick us off in the key of E. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Oh, we meet with the darkness and strife. The sunny side we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Here I Oh, the storm in its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storm will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Play. Though the moment be cloudy or fair, let us trust in our Savior always to keep us everyone in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on the sunny side of life. Nice. So that's how you play that, and that's how you jam on it. Okay, moving right along, we've got Tom Dooley. This was another request. And I've never really done this song, but this is one, of course, that the Kingston Trio, right, did in the 50s or early 60s during the Great Folk Revival, or the Great Folk Scare, as some call it. I don't know if you've all seen Mighty Wind, but that's a hilarious movie that pokes fun in a sweet way at the folk movement and the big group, and it even gets PBS involved, right? They're doing a big benefit on PBS, bringing all these, folk bands back the way you see on PBS sometimes. And it's and the parallel to the Kingston Trio in this movie is called the Folksmen. And anyway, it's just great. Michael McKean and Christopher Guest and all those guys. But anyway, I looked up the Doc Watson version because that's a little bit more in our wheelhouse here in the bluegrass land. And even if you know the Folksmen or gosh, I had this pulled up already. Here it is. Even if you know the Kingston Trio version, you'll be able to sing along with this. Okay. In the key of A, hang your head and forward back to 1, 5 and a 1 and a 4 back to 1. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. You killed poor Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. That's the whole thing. Let's see, where are we at with the tempo? This is a fine tempo. We're still in the slow range. And great melody. Kind of similar to Handsome Molly. I mean, this is a common melody and chord progression in bluegrass and folk music. But anyhow, let's see. My kickoff might go 1, 2, 3. Twice through. Okay, it just loops and loops and loops in your head once you get that melody in there, right? Okay, so kick us off on Tom Dooley in the key of A. I'm going to be peering onto the Doc Watson lyric, his version here. I'm not sure what the source of the song is, to be honest, but it's one of those that if you talk to anyone in the baby boomer generation, they know it because it was a huge hit for the Kingston Trio. Okay, here we go. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, kick us off in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. trouble a-rolling through my breast. As long as I'm a living, boys, they ain't gonna let me rest. I know they're gonna hang me, tomorrow I'll be dead. Though I never even harmed a hair on poor old Lori's head. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. You killed poor Lori Foster, and you know you're bound to die. Me than you. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. You killed poor Lori Foster, and you know you're bound to die. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. You killed poor Lori Foster, and you know you're bound to die. Okay, very cool. I don't remember who requested that, but thank you for the request. Good song. Get that in the loop. One more quick check-in before we move right along. Hello, Mike Cluverius. Hello, Gretchen. Austerhout. Cool. Eagle Point. All right. And Nina Dropcho in Los Cruces, New Mexico. Las Cruces. Very cool. And hello, Joy Moore. Hello, Leonard Greco. Hello, Christopher Henry. Iron Man care. Of course I care, you know that. Christopher Henry, I learned so much about bluegrass from you, my friend. All right, and over on the YouTube, Iggy Club, JP Cormier did a live stream, Gallagher Guitars Workshop today. Very cool. Hello, Iggy Club. Hello, Kim Harris. Hello, Brian J. And yeah, I love the animals. Don't use the tortoise. Very cool. Hello, Carl Malley. His family knew the people involved in the murder. Wow, very cool. Okay, I need to dig a little deeper into the history of that song. Okay, thanks everybody for chiming in. Talk amongst yourselves. We got 2 more songs here on the list. This was another request, Squirrel Hunter. And of course, we're going to start this by going, this is the Squirrel Hunters, like the John Hartford version, right? And I'm going to tune real quick because it's kind of chilly and I might be going sharp. No, I'm dead on. Very good. Okay. All right. So I like playing this one out of open A, and I believe Fiddle and Ed Haley was the source of this. I'm not exactly sure, but it's an old-time tune, and it's a fiddle tune, and I learned it from John Hartford, I'll admit it. He's got a couple squirrely little notes in there that I like to play. So I'll just give you the chord progression, and then I'm going to kick it off, because I do that on instrumentals. So the chords go, da, 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 da. It's kind of a weird modal melody in relationship to the chords. And this interpretation of the chords might not be how some folks might have interpreted it. There might be other chords, and you can substitute other chords on this tune. But here's how it's most standard. Here's how it's played in its most standard way. In A, 1 and 1 and a 1 and a 1, flat 7, flat 7, flat 7, flat 7, 1 and 1 and a 1 and a 1, flat 7 and 4. In other words, A, G and a G and a G and a G and a, G and a G and a D. And when you end it, you'll just end on that D chord. Okay? Cool, modal, old-timey number. And I'm going to kick us off and I will find a reasonable tempo because we're still in the slow jam, but we're working toward the mid-tempo jam, which will start in about 15 minutes. So here we go. This is the Squirrel Hunters. I'm gonna kick it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Squirrel Hunters. Cool. Good call. Thank you for that request. All right. And again, I'm sorry I don't remember who requested it. I don't keep super detailed notes here. But anyway, we're going to close out this set with the old Montana Cowboy. Tried this in the mid-tempo set last week, and it's going to be a little easier probably here in the slow jam because this is an acrobatic vocal. And thank you for indulging me. One more time, I'm going to give it a go. Let's see how it goes. Song, I'm not sure what the source of this song is, but the version that most of us know is from Vern Williams. So it goes in the key of A. And a one, and a one, and a five. I'm going too fast. Back to one, and a one, and a one, and a five. Back to one, and a four. Back to one, and a five, and a one. And you'll kick it off normal on just the verse, but then when we take breaks, I'll take the first break on the verse, and I'll pass it to you to play over the chorus, that 4-1-5-1 chorus form. Next time around, you will start the break on the verse, and then pass it over to me for the chorus. Okay? Here we go, Montana Cowboy, and right after this I'm going to be shutting it down and bringing it right back for the mid-tempo jam, and hopefully we'll start on time, but we might be a minute or two behind. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Montana Cowboy in the key of A. You are going to kick us off right about here. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
lonesome
Okay, thanks everybody. That's a fun slow jam. Coming right back in about 2 minutes here with the mid-tempo. So stop on by, refresh the page in a couple moments, and I'm gonna do the same on this end. Okay, appreciate y'all. See you in a few minutes.